Do you guys have any advice for younger women of things they can do? There's not, what can like you said, we've already talked about, we're talking about people our age, but if you're younger and other things they can be doing now as a young person, that's going to help them later in life with these kinds of issues, so skin and hair and all that kind of stuff. Or do you have advice for anybody, like, for younger people in regards to that, or no?
I go back to, taking care of your internal state and starting as young as you can. Starting as young as you can, because I'll be honest with you. I feel younger within myself, like spiritually, than I do. I know I'm 53, but people don't believe me when I say I'm 53. They're like, you have 34-year-old kids. How old are you? And I'm like, these are like 30-year-olds that I take care of, or people that I work with, and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you have kids that are my age. But I think it has a lot to do. When I look at pictures of me 6 years ago, I look younger.
Yeah,
but I think it has a whole thing to do with my whole spiritual journey, to be honest.
Yeah. So taking care of yourself, getting some practices that you do, finding time for yourself every day to connect with yourself. That's been huge for me as well. Mm-hmm. And wish I would have done it, started it 20 years ago, So I think that would be, find a routine that works for you, that feels good for you, and commit to yourself.
And take care of your skin from a young age. For gosh sakes, don't get out there. The sun too, we used to sunbathe with baby oil back in the day.
Oh,
I've already done the damage. The damage has been done. It was done in the 80s.
My kids laugh at me. Even when I was married to my ex-husband, we would go out on the Harley, and I would put tons of sunscreen on, but I'd wear some type of helmet or something. I was probably the only female that had a helmet, because I just had to protect my face, or a hat. Because it was just like, oh my gosh, we're driving in the sun all day. But I love getting outside, but the sun, as close as we are to it here in Colorado, is a real thing. And so this weekend I was watching my grandkids play softball, and I had the biggest umbrella. and it was black, and I just sat there with the whole thing. It was so funny. And my kids were trying to come and get under it with me, and I'm like, I'm not switching you, because I'm not sitting in that sun. And so I just do not. I do everything I can to protect my skin. And that's just, we talk about habits. The sooner that you can get a habit of doing those kinds of things, the more it will be ingrained and be just part of your personality. And so that is complete. That was ingrained to me as a child. And so it's something I've still done throughout my life. I've always used skincare. People laugh at me sometimes, but I'm like, hey, you spend your money on what you spend it on, and I spend it on skincare. And I'm okay with that. But I also think it's a very loving routine for yourself at night. It helps me relax. It helps me unwind at night, and I feel good when I do it. And so I think that's a big one. And then when we talk about nutrition, there's something to be said with drinking enough water and having the right nutrition. So you can't do all the skincare stuff and then go eat fried food all day. Like you've got to have a balance of what it is you're eating, so you do have to get those. And if you're not getting enough fruits and vegetables, there's tons of supplements out there that you can get your veggies and fruits through that, if you're not getting enough. Especially if you like fasting, like you, Kimberly. There's plenty of ways to get your greens and your fruits.
Yep.